what I've tuned this instrument to is in accordance to the raga that I'm playing. The scale of these sympathetic strings, also known as resonating strings, is to really pick up on those notes within the scale and to accentuate and resonate when I play them loudly enough. For example, being Raga Bhimpalasi, which is a very poignant rag. There's a depth of melancholy within the emotion, within the universal feeling of conveying this picture, this painting of music. In North Indian classical music, rags have been around for centuries and centuries, and they each convey different moods, different attitudes, different feelings. And basically, when somebody learns a rag, we learn the grammar, we learn the rules, we learn what colors we're allowed to use within the palettes of paints that we're given to convey the picture of that rag. So in Raga Bhimpalasi, there's some melancholy, but there's a kind of sense of overcoming that, of overcoming the challenge that is daunting in our lives. So there's this kind of yin and yang, this balance of a struggle and then the achievement, the satisfaction of overcoming that. And that's how I perceive this raga, and that's the mood that I convey when I play. So it becomes a personal feeling, a personal process. And yet, if I play this rag without mentioning the name, somebody that knows Indian classical music and knows the various ragas out there, they'll be able to pick up on the unique phrasing, what exactly the rag that I'm playing is, and recognize it all within a very short span of time as I start to play. So it does take time to learn that, but it's a very beautiful process, and I reflect upon the process of the Aboriginal song lines within Australia and how they use the song lines to share information from thousands and thousands of years, and accurately, without any distortion, still keep that information clear and pure. So I'm going to just demonstrate now the Raga Bhimpalasi, but in the scale form. In the Indian do, re, mi, fa, so, sa, re, ga, ma, pa, that scale would sound like this. Ni, sa, ga, ma, pa, ni, sa, sa, ni, da, pa, ma, ga, re, sa. Ni, sa, ga, ma, pa, ni, sa, sa, ni, da, pa, ma, ga, re, sa. the scale form. But the difference between a rag and a scale, there's quite a big difference, and it mostly revolves around the phrasing. Think not as in a scale anymore. Think of a group of atoms, and these atoms are the links between the notes in various forms, in various patterns that have been passed down from generation to generation and have become a very unique form of identity to that particular rag. We learn these features, we learn these phrases, and we build the rag by using those phrases one upon the other until we start to build this greater picture that represents the rag in its complete fullness and multitude of layers. I will demonstrate a small part of that process because it can go on for a very long time. In the beginning of the introduction of the Indian classical music, they start with what is called alap, which is a slow, very slow meditative-like process to unveil or reveal the raga